big returns, and major title changes. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Monday, August 23rd, 2021. This update is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us.
WWE.
Samoa Joe is the new NXT Champion. He dethroned Karrion Kross in the main event of TakeOver 36 last night, pinning Kross with the Muscle Buster. That was not the only title change last night. Walter's 870-day reign as the NXT UK Champion is over. Walter tapped out to Ilja Dragunov's sleeper hold last night. Plus, Cameron Grimes pinned LA Knight with the cave-in to win the $1 Million Championship. Raquel Gonzalez held on to the NXT Women's Championship by beating Dakota Kai. After the match, former NXT UK Women's Champ Kaylee Ray arrived in NXT to stare at Gonzalez. Also last night, Kyle O'Reilly beat Adam Cole in their 3 Stages of Hell match. O'Reilly won the final fall inside a steel cage. He caught Cole in a heel hook and forced him to tap out, despite O'Reilly being handcuffed to the ropes. PW Insider is reporting that was Cole's last appearance in NXT. WWE President Nick Khan confirmed that a total revamp of NXT is coming in an interview with Ariel Helwani for BT Sport. Nick Khan added that Triple H will lead that effort. Nick Khan also talked about a change in how WWE recruits and develops new talent.
And we believe, because a lot of the indie wrestlers, if you will, have come through our system and are in our system with SmackDown and Raw now, we don't want to just keep doing that same thing. We want to look elsewhere for great young talent.
That's Nick Khan speaking with Ariel Helwani for BT Sport. Logan Paul is being promoted for tonight's Raw as a guest on John Morrison's Moist TV talk show segment. We'll also see the first fallout from SummerSlam, including what's next for the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and the former champion Nikki A.S.H. The other new champions on Raw coming out of SummerSlam: Damian Priest, who took the United States title from Sheamus, and Team RK Bro, who took the Raw tag titles from AJ Styles and Omos. SummerSlam saw the end of Bianca Belair's reign as SmackDown Women's Champion. She was pinned by Becky Lynch in less than 30 seconds. Lynch made a surprise return after it was announced that Sasha Banks was unable to compete.
It was bittersweet, and I can't help but to be a little sad about the situation and just ready to get back in there and get my rematch because I deserve a rematch.
That's Belair speaking with Denise Salcedo after SummerSlam. The other big return Saturday night, Brock Lesnar. He made a surprise appearance right after the main event, where Roman Reigns pinned John Cena to retain the Universal Championship. Lesnar and Reigns had a brief in-ring stare-down before Reigns walked away. Other results from SummerSlam, in case you missed them: WWE Champion Bobby Lashley beat Goldberg via referee stoppage, and then got into a brief tussle with Goldberg's son Gage after the match. The Usos beat Rey and Dominic Mysterio to retain the SmackDown tag titles. Edge beat Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre beat Jinder Mahal. Alexa Bliss beat Eva Marie. And Big E beat Baron Corbin on the kickoff show. And more importantly, he got back his Money in the Bank briefcase. WWE announced on Saturday that Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas will host next year's Money in the Bank pay-per-view over the 4th of July weekend. We also learned that Crown Jewel will return to Saudi Arabia in October.
AEW.
Tonight's AEW Dark Elevation has Death Triangle versus Dark Order's Evil Uno, Allen 5 Angels, and Colt Cabana, plus Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta versus The Blade and The Hybrid 2, and Dante Martin versus Anthony Bowens. Will Ospreay returned to in-ring action over the weekend in England. He beat Doug Williams on Saturday to retain his version of the Rev Pro Undisputed, though at the same time very much disputed, British Heavyweight Championship. Also on that same show, Ricky Knight Jr. beat Shota Umino to hold on to his version of that same title. At DDT Pro's Wrestle Peter Pan show over the weekend, Konosuke Takeshita beat Jun Akiyama to win the KOD Openweight title. Plus, Daisuke Sasaki defeated Yuki Ueno to win the DDT Universal title.
Ring of Honor.
Vincent is now in line for a future shot at the Ring of Honor World Championship. He took Matt Taven's title shot by beating him in a bloody, violent cage match on the Glory by Honor show in Philadelphia Saturday night. It appears that title shot will not come until after the Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view on September 12th. ROH World Champion Bandito is set to defend the title on that night in a four-way against Brody King, EC3, and Demonic Flamita. Major League Wrestling has rescheduled its War Chamber show in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's being pushed back from September 11th to March 31st of next year due to concerns about a recent surge in COVID-19 cases in Texas. That's just pro wrestling news for Monday, August 23rd. The Future 50 countdown of the top 50 pro wrestlers aged 25 and under is now into the top 10. Be sure you're following The Wrestling Revolution on Twitter at TheWRevolution so you don't miss today's reveal of the number 9 wrestler in the countdown. Our next news update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.